up, you guys? So we're just on a little break now. So far so good. Just hungry. Just very hungry. But otherwise, how do you feel?
I feel great and amazing. Both at the same time. I feel really good. Guys, we're from Bloom, and this is us just obviously coming out of a little shell to experience stuff. So yeah, it's one of these experiences that we've never really experienced before. So yeah, I mean, great turnout of the event, number one, you know, and I think for the hosts, for Wisdom and Wellness of the team, Mpoomy and everyone, I think it really came together nicely for them in terms of turnout and just, I guess, the organizing of everything. But yeah, man, like, it feels good to be here and seeing everyone saying everything. Really inspiring.
Nice. Very well put. Now we need to find food. Can we go find food so that we can eat chow? I know you don't remember. Hi. Please remind me.
See you when you're loving hip hop, men DC. Hit it with the back shots, hit it with the X shots. Hit it to the bank, then I hit it with the cash drops. I do it big, I hit it breaking the ball. We gon' have us a good time when I'm going out. Shots like lollipop, like lollipop, yeah, like that.
You guys won't believe me. Literally, my wife is dancing. We haven't eaten, and there's like 40 minutes, like 38 minutes left before the event comes back. My wife is dancing, guys. My wife is like just proper dancing. Babe, I want to have a good time. Yeah, but can we find something to eat also? You know? So I decided, oh, let me leave her there in front of the stage outside while she's dancing. Nah, go get food, because I knows I'm hungry. McDonald's. Yeah, McDonald's 1.7 kilometers away from here. 2.7 now it says. 6 minutes away. That's pretty good. Alright.
Starting route to McDonald's.
Yeah.
Proceed to the route.
Cool. Yeah, McD's, guys. Let me just go get something to eat quickly. I think it's the closest thing from here. I don't know. I just saw it on our way here, so I think that's just where I'll go. Alright. Calling my wife now. The queue's so long here, guys. Yo. I don't know if I'll make it in time. I see Nando's there as well, actually. Baby, the queue is so long here. McDonald's. I'm seeing a Nando, see here, but also I can't see the queue at the end and how long it is. Seems like it's packed. Huh? Are you sure? Okay, if I fail her, I'll come back and then we'll see what we can do. Like, Sharper, I love you. Bye. Yeah, no, so Ish, I think we're just gonna, I don't know. Just gonna give it like 10 minutes here. Yeah, and if I'm still far in the next 10 minutes, I think just 10 minutes will give me like a sense of how quick the queue is moving. So yeah, let me give it like 10 minutes and then after that make a decision on am I going back or am I getting to like a garage just to like get a few items near now, you know, just to stabilize the situation. Or what are we doing here? But yeah, catch up with you guys in a moment. Guys, it's bad, it's not moving. I'm at Nando's now. Let me show you guys. This is Nando's now. Literally I've been standing here for almost 10 minutes now. exaggeration for effect, but that's how much it feels like I've been here for. Point is, it hasn't moved, guys. Wisdom and wellness everywhere. Everywhere. Inside, outside, cars everywhere. People everywhere, you know. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it and go back. Yeah, no, let me go back, guys. Alright, everybody, so we're going back in. Why do you look so worn out?
I'm tired. You don't know the amount of dancing I was doing.
Was it a lot? Why did you do that yourself?
Because I was really enjoying the music. That's the problem.
Yeah, no, she came through with old school hip hop hits, huh?
She went from old school into current Kenya. Why can't I house so much of them?
Really? So she triggered
I
that
really
dancing.
And the sun was literally showing at the time. But now it's under the clouds, but it was showing at the time, so that didn't help.
Yeah.
So I'm really tired.
It triggered the dancer in you. Brought her back.
And I'm so hungry.
Funny enough, I'm not as hungry. Like it's not that bad for me. I think that's because I've been having like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know. Get those donuts actually that I had earlier on in the car. Kind of you had yours in the morning now. Girl pal.
Yes. You see, people are back inside now. The tour has definitely started.
Yeah, I don't think it started yet though, but yeah, everyone is back.
Inside.
Everyone is inside.
Alright.
You know, people have been queuing.
See what's going on.
You know, people have been queuing outside for Dijon almost throughout the entire event. Well, every time I stood up for something, there've always been like people queuing outside. Interesting, huh? What is that? Oh, 2,000 people is a lot. It's a big number. Anyway, see you guys inside just now.
What it took to make it happen. But when God said yes, and when God said time, things happen. So I'm so excited to invite someone we grew up watching, we grew up idolizing, to executive producer, to entrepreneur, ladies and gentlemen, listen and welcome Connie Ferguson. What a dream. Oh my God. I expected a lot of people. I don't think I had a team. Just how many people were there to you. For you, does your discipline come naturally or what happened to you? I think it was really instilled in me when I was very young. My dad is a sportsman, so they are nationally disciplined, right? So we grew up under the guidance of a sportsman. He was a boxer, he did karate. I did karate when I was young, and the discipline that follows, that goes with just being in a karate class is insane. So I think some of those traits I got from when I was younger. But then again, going back to just how strict, my dad was a disciplinarian. And being the third child, I got the opportunity to see these two disciplined. The two that I come after, right? So I kind of learned a lot of what not to do from there. So God knows how I would have turned out if I didn't have these two to observe and learn from. Because my dad, you know about when they say spare the rod and spoil the child. My dad did not spare the rod at all. So there was no way I was going to be smacked. There was no way. So I made sure I behaved. So I think in a way, that being Ledwaba just made me to hold the line and try to do the right thing. And also I hated disappointing my parents. And as much as my dad didn't spare the rod, it was more than just that. I could see the pain both he and my mom felt every time they were disappointed by their children. And I didn't want to be that child that, we children, we make mistakes and we will naturally disappoint them. But I didn't want it to be a thing of habit that I don't care. They must just deal with it. So I think I was taught and adapted discipline from very young. These people, they don't go away. And because of that, that's what keeps them alive, right? Because they may not be here in the physical, but because you're always talking about them. I'm always talking about my husband. Every other, if I'm having a chat, right now we're talking about him. But if I'm having a chat with my daughters or my sister, there's no point where Shaw's name does not come up. The other day, Alicia had ordered something and then she goes, "Oh, Dad!" And then she burst out laughing. And I go, "What?" Dad would have been on my case about this. So almost like he's still there. Everything is like Dad this, Dad that. And I love that because we are not trying to forget him. And which is something I find very challenging in Black communities especially, because I'm not sure how white communities handle it. Is that when you have lost and you're grieving, it's like everybody's pushing you to move on. And when you're talking about your loved one, it's like, no, let him rest. But the man is resting. The man is resting. But he is a part of my life, whether I like it or not. I will carry him to the grave. Till the day that God calls me, he will always be a part of my life. You don't spend 20 years with someone to just let them rest. He's resting. The 20 years that I've spent with him, what are they supposed to mean to me? Like, I'm just supposed to now forget and act like it never happened because I'm supposed to let him rest. I can't let Shaw do anything. God made that decision already. He's resting. So my memories of him are all I have, and they are what I cherish because that's his gift to me. So yeah, that's what's keeping us going. We were very close. We still are very close because he makes sure that he stays close. Also, from the other side, we feel him. We still feel his love. My mom, we still feel my mom's love. So I think. What I would like to impart from this specific topic, to everybody here who still has someone, you're not loving the people in your life, Because we take love for granted, or we take the people in our lives for granted because we feel like they will always be here. Life is very unpredictable, and life is short. And since I went through my own loss journey, I have encountered a lot of people who have also suffered loss. Loss is not exclusive to me. But what's been interesting to me is to see how different people deal with it and how different people navigate it and how different people actually struggle with it. Not to say I'm not struggling. Grief is not linear, right? One moment you're okay, the next moment you wake up and you think, what? And it just hits you like it's fresh. And that's okay also, you need to allow yourself those moments. But from my conversations with other women especially, I think the ones that I find struggle the most is those that didn't have peace with the person that has departed, whether it was a parent or a boyfriend or a husband or whatever. Those that didn't have peace struggle to move on because it's almost like they don't have closure. And they're always looking, there's regret. They always just say, if only that day, or if only that day I hadn't raised my voice at them. And so I think where I'm going with this is it's important to, my husband used to say to me, we don't go to bed angry. And I remember for me personally, because I was a bit of a sulker, it took me a while to understand why Shona will just not let go sometimes. Now, because anyway, I would want to sleep, but that man will not sleep. We will talk until he is happy that we have spoken and we have resolved the situation. It would irritate the crap out of me sometimes, but I think we got to a point where I understood the importance of it. And I am so grateful that I got to that point because now I'm at peace.
and gentlemen, we are at the end of Fest. How do you feel?
Said hi. It was a great day.
It's done. Just like that, it's done, guys. Cameras are dying. The space is absolutely used up, complete. That's almost what I said. But yeah, man, what an amazing day it was. Wisdom and wellness.
It was.
Unlimited Fest.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
It was very powerful conversation.
Yeah. Yo, great questions by Mpoomy. Ha 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 ha.
Well done.
Ha 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 ha.
No, what's about the follow-up question?
Yeah, no.
She actually really listens.
Just
after
even
that.
the questions though that she was asking.
I don't think she comes. It doesn't sound like she comes prepared. That's how brilliant she is.
Yeah.
I feel like she's just on the spot, just figures out a conversation.
No, the questions are
She's
fire.
Really great,
Questions are really, really good. The camera's about to switch off, guys. So thank you so much for watching our vlog. Make sure that you give us a huge thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And again, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Right.
Bye.
Cheers.